My dream summer wardrobe has been stuck on Pinterest for years because I couldn't figure out how to turn all those pins into an actual plan. So this year I'm trying something different. I'm going to try to narrow down my entire Pinterest board into a couple of key pieces that will get me most of the looks that I love. So be sure to stick around because this might just change how you plan your summer wardrobe. If you're anything like me, you probably have lots of boards with lots of different looks on it. I created one just looks that I love, and there is a ton on here. So the first thing that I had to do was figure out which pieces were missing from my closet right now. I actually have a lot of really cute clothes for getting dressed up and going out with friends, going out for drinks, going out to eat, like dressed up, what I would call clothes. I have a lot of in my closet. But what I don't have is clothes to wear around my house. I work from home, but I still want to get up and get dressed and feel like I'm cute, I'm put together for the day. But obviously it's summer. I don't want to be sweating buckets. So I needed pieces that were quick and easy to put on, still felt cute, and were perfect for summer. So now that I kind of knew what I was looking for in all of those pins, I could start narrowing down what kind of clothes I wanted to be wearing on a daily basis while I'm working. Now, my style tends to be romantic, whimsical, feminine, girly, mixed with structured details. So I'll have really flowy, gorgeous, beautiful dresses, and then I will have a structured blazer. This is just what I absolutely love. So when I was looking at this, what really popped in my mind was cottagecore. For anyone who doesn't know, cottagecore looks as if you live in a small village and you go and you pick flowers in a meadow somewhere. They're very romantic, beautiful, simple vibes. Nothing too crazy, nothing too like high fashion going on here. And no surprise, this is one of my favorite looks. It just screams summer to me. It's so romantic and beautiful and easy. It doesn't have lots of bells and whistles and pieces on it. So now that I kind of knew I wanted to make daily wear pieces inspired by cottagecore, I could pick pieces from all of these and make a more narrowed down vision. After scrolling through all of my pins and looking for ones that fit the criteria, I've made up this board. But I still felt too overwhelmed. Like, yes, they're all on theme, but it's too broad. So I narrowed this down into 3 subcategories. One is kind of this vintage librarian look. Think Evie from The Mummy. I love her outfits. The other one is very quintessentially cottagecore, or you can also think of hobbits. Those categories overlap a lot. And then finally, it's this very like princess dress up fantasy dress. I have dreams of going to the park, wearing a dress like this, and reading. I just think it sounds like such a fun summer activity. So once I put it into these 3 categories, then I was able to say, okay, the vintage librarian is a little bit more about layers, so it's probably going to be better for fall. And the high-end princess gown, while gorgeous, probably isn't going to be what I wear when I'm at home getting things done. So it meant that I could really focus on these pieces in the middle. Then when I focused in just on these, went through and I tried to find which pieces repeat in multiple of these images. The first really obvious one is the corset. Okay, corsets are here, and yes, very obviously a part of this aesthetic. Another really common theme is this chemise, this off-the-shoulder sleeves that we have under the corsets. Very cute. But what I didn't expect, but absolutely love, are these collared button-down shirts. Now, I love a good button-down. They're so cute. I have a lot in my closet, and they will be perfect to mix and match with this. We also have skirts, and we have what can be considered maybe an overdress. So you can wear a dress and then a dress over it. What I mean by overdress is just a dress that you can layer on top of other things. So it could be on top of button downs, or it could be on top of a dress like this, okay? So we could assume that under this brown dress is an actual dress, not just a button down shirt. Does that make sense? So I know this is a little bit toasty for summer to imagine wearing two dresses on top of each other, but what I love about this is that it puts two pieces in my wardrobe, an underdress, if we follow this terminology, and an overdress that can be worn separately in summer, which is perfect. But when it starts getting a little bit cooler, I can layer them together because I would love it if my summer pieces can be worn year round versus only being available to me in the summer. It just means I need less clothes in my closet and they can use them and wear them more times of the year. So I absolutely love this because it gives me kind of capsule wardrobe options without having to be completely committed to a capsule wardrobe. So now I know that I need to have corsets, chemises, button-downs, skirts, and overdresses to create this look. But just because I can make all of these things doesn't mean that I should. I want to see what's already in my closet, see if I have any pieces that could work for this so I don't have to make them from scratch. That saves me time and it lets me use clothes I already have in my closet and that I already love. So when I checked my closet, I found several button downs. I knew I would. But I also found some nice dresses that I can use to layer. They're button down dresses with that collar and the sleeve that I like. And I can wear this under any overdresses that I make. So now if I take the pieces from my closet and I put them into the pieces that I need for this wardrobe, we can see that I have the chemises. They're totally covered. I don't need to make any more of those. Good. And as far as the button downs go, I have several tops, but I really only have two dresses. And I would prefer to be able to get up and just throw a dress on versus having to mix and match tops and skirts. So I'm going to not work on skirts right now. I'll leave that for later if I decide I want them, and really focus my time on the overdresses and button-down dresses that I can wear separately now in summer and together when the weather gets cooler. So once we look at all of that, what I really need to actually make for this is one corset. The corset is going to be reversible, so it will be as if I have two in my closet. So one corset worn two different ways. I would like to add two underdresses, and I would like to add three overdresses. This should give me lots of combinations of things to wear over the summer to be able to mix and match and have something cute to put on every day. Now, if we want all these pieces to be able to mix and match, the colors need to be able to go with each other. So I want to show you a trick that I use to put color combinations together because I can't imagine what these are going to look like at all in my head. And if we look at the inspo photos, we can see these are very much earth tones and people who have natural colored hair, which is gorgeous and beautiful, but doesn't work for me with my pink hair. So I need to find colors that are going to make sense for me and my wardrobe. So the first thing I like to do is find a picture similar to what it is I'm going to be creating. So this dress right here is very similar to the shape that I want my dresses to be. So I'm going to take this picture, and you can put this either in Word or in Canva, and I will show you how to do both. So we're going to go into Word first, we're going to go into Picture Properties, and we're going to actually do Remove Background, but what we're really going to remove is the hair. So we're going to mark everything else as something to keep, and the hair as something to remove. Once I have removed that, I'm going to insert a rectangle, make that rectangle a color pink that's similar to what I typically wear, then put that behind the image. Now it looks like this woman has pink hair like I do. Now I can just take a screenshot of this and do the same process again, this time removing the dress. Once I have this, I'm going to pop it into Canva where I typically like working better. And then again, I can make rectangles and put them behind this and see what color dresses I want to make. Now, when I look at my closet, I actually have it laid out here behind me. The really common colors that look good with my hair that I enjoy are pinks, greens, yellows, and blues. And in case you haven't noticed, these are actually my brand colors. So they're definitely my favorites. I wear them all the time. So now that I have all this information, I went through my fabric stash and found fabrics that could work for this summer wardrobe. The first one I absolutely love. It is olivey green, big gingham print. It's actually a duvet cover from IKEA. So if you like this fabric, you can go there and get it. And I just love it with my hair color. I love it as a base dress. So this is definitely going to be one of my underdresses. And I love it so much that I want to be able to wear it as much as possible. So I'm actually going to make this as a top and a skirt separates. So I can wear them together as a dress or separately with jeans, other tops, mix and match like that. So this is the first one. And that's going to be one of my underdresses. So now I want to talk about the overdresses. I want to make these super easy, super comfortable to wear every single day. And I just came across this particular creator, but I've seen these dresses a lot. But it got me thinking, maybe I can just make this dress in a couple of different colors and make this summer wardrobe super easy and super beginner friendly. What do you think? Is this not the cutest, easiest dress you've ever seen? If you like this dress, let me know below because I'm thinking about putting together a how-to video to show people how to make it from scratch. So if enough people are interested, I will do just that. So if you are, let me know down below. Now for this dress, I want to do some of my favorite colors. I was playing around with the color wheel and I settled on these. And of course, it's a pink, a green, and a yellow. And I absolutely love how these look with the gingham if I wear that gingham dress underneath, which I think will be so cute. And then, like I said, I want to do a lot of dresses here so I have more options to mix and match with. So I was thinking about putting a blue and a purple underdress as well. So this got me thinking, if I'm going to make a couple of underdresses, maybe I could save my time if I actually thrift a couple. So I know what I'm looking for. I know I want it to have a collar, I want it to be a button down, I want it to have a puff sleeve, and I want it to be really long and flowy and beautiful to wear by itself, even if I'm not wearing the overdress. So I went to Vinted, which is my personal favorite site to use for thrifting, and I just put in a button-down dress. I put blue and purple in because I know those are the colors I want. And then I just started scrolling to see if I could find one in either of these colors. And you guys, I found the perfect dress. Look at this. Tell me this is not exactly what I just described. Like, I am mind blown. And it has green, pink, and yellow in it. So it's going to look perfect paired underneath literally any of my overdresses. So now that I found the blue dress, it means that I just need to make the purple, which is perfect because I actually have made a couple of purple dresses before, and I have an absolutely perfect dye to get the color I want for this. So the final sewing list for this season, for this wardrobe, is going to be the gingham underdress. That's going to be a top and a skirt separates. 3 overdresses, the green, the pink, and the yellow. And 1 purple underdress that's going to be based on the photo here. So in total, after everything, the only pieces that I'm actually going to add to my closet are 1 top, 1 skirt, 4 dresses, and a corset. Now I know I haven't figured out the fabric for the corset, but I'm working with so many colors right now. I want to finish these projects first, and then I will start looking around at what fabrics go with most of them. But that is how I have gone through and actually figured out how to turn my entire Pinterest board into an actual sewable plan. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you've been wanting to make your own clothes, you've been trying to, and it hasn't been going as well as you hoped, then be sure to check out the pinned comment below. I have put together an entire roadmap to take you from absolute beginner to wearing a piece of clothing you absolutely love in just 6 weeks. So if that would help you out, check it out down below. And be sure to check out my list of beginner-friendly projects right here if you're looking for some beginner projects you can make right now to add to your summer wardrobe. Now until the next one, happy sewing!